Well, what an exciting challenge this project poses for the Cache team. Through our design and delivery process, we really are tackling the key problem here, which is the speed with which we have to design the project and deliver it to meet Uber's really tight occupation requirements. As Cache Group's project director, my key responsibility is to really look after the integrity of the process, to ensure that design quality is kept high and in line with what the client really wants, and to make sure, of course, that the key deliverables around time and costs are kept to. Uber Technologies represents a super exciting, young and energetic business, values that align really well with Cache Group. We're really excited about the opportunity of working with them here in Auckland.
The brief for the Uber Auckland project was essentially based around the notion of local identity for both the office space and the Greenlight hub. The office space had to be slightly more refined and professional, while the Greenlight hub had to act the part in showcasing the brand to potential partners in a fun and exciting way. The colour palette for both spaces was inspired by local surroundings. We used muted tones of blues and greens with dark charcoals and fresh whites to offset those splashes of colour. In terms of materials, we used a mix of local New Zealand woolen fabrics to offset one another and really allow the local highlights to speak to the design. There is a slight industrial feel to each space, and by keeping the heritage of the building intact alongside the new build, we made a conscious effort to retain the exposed concrete and brick textures. This was dramatically softened to create a more homely feel with the use of comfortable sofas, ottomans, rugs, pendants, and even a golden coffee table. Audio Jungle.
I guess whenever you move into a new office, there's always a lot of excitement amongst the team, but with that comes a bit of uncertainty. Will it actually come together as you were hoping? Does it all look as you envisioned in your head? So it was really just managing that and managing the change with the team, but overall we've found the transition really smooth and we're very excited to be in our new space. I think the outcome definitely exceeds our expectations. We really do feel happy and comfortable in our new space, and you can just see when people walk into the office or when drivers walk into the Greenlight hub, they're really excited to be there, and there's just that, I think, level of happiness that can only come out of having a truly awesome space. Fair to say we set a fairly aggressive timeline for the project. There was lots of pressure to get things completed as we headed into our busy period before Christmas.
It was an incredibly exciting design brief. When working with a really exciting technology multinational and trying to describe and bring to life a New Zealand identity.
For the Uber project, we essentially had two design briefs, one for the Uber office and one for the Greenlight hub. They both wanted to speak to one another. Their designs had to look like they were related. They wanted a really open and collaborative space, but separated it into two separate areas, front of house and back of house.
The challenge for us is keeping the integrity of the materiality, the spatial planning, and bringing the excitement that's on the paper to life in reality. Partnering with our local supply chain is absolutely critical to keeping the integrity of the concept and the end result.
We have two business units, one being Uber Eats and the other being the rides business. And in our previous office, those two teams were separated, so there was less opportunity for collaboration. Whereas at the new space, we all sit together. There's plenty of collaborative spaces for people to go and work together. I think if you're happy at work in that way, then ultimately that's going to lead to people being more productive at work.
It's attention to all those subtle design features that make the difference between a normal run-of-the-mill fit-out and a cool fit-out like the one that you're seeing here today.
The front of house space essentially has their open areas. Right in the reception area, we've got several meeting rooms, which provides a hallway type experience to really give that wow factor of that open cafe-like experience. In the back of house, that's where their teams are separated out into a really efficient way of working.
The great thing about the space we've ended up with is not only does it provide that awesome experience, but in addition to that, it's very practical. We're able to process high volumes of driver partners while ensuring we maintain the customer standards that we expect.